gotta be some way in here.
Let me out!
Oh, getting the boards, okay.
I owe you, brother. I want to ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was, at one time. But now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Mission clues. What do we got? Griff sells scavenged items in Bloodlock's Bay. Way. Okay. Anything in here? Food, no. Now I'm back to max. Where's my heart at? Right above me. Charms rise small supernatural effects. Locate them. Listening for a song they emit. By default, you can activate 3 bone charms at once. Excerpt from a book on sailing traditions and scrimshaw. Bone charms. A sailor's blessing, they say. Carving itself is a practice from long back. Passed from father to son. Old man's salt to greenhorn, still gaining a sea legs beneath them. In the old times, men cut into the tusks of ice seals and into the arm-long fangs of bears that roamed the isles north of Tivia. Once the whale trade began, the practitioners went to engraving the bones of these giant beasts, rendering charms that sink in the night and grant some small boon to a man's vigor or defense against pregnancy. Ugh. Well, let's equip robust. Potions give you slightly more health. Okay. Geological survey. Anything else in here? Nope. Let's see here. Objectives. It's the Bottle Street alleys to get across the walls of light. Get past the second wall. Optionals. Still gotta find where that is. Revisit Granny. We already talked to Granny. No, I gotta talk to her again since I took him out. She was down this way.
Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you. I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come.
Equip the heart.
I think the little birdies are sad today. I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that slack-jaw is the worst of the lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard, or at least he used to. Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious.
Jeez. Bottle Street Gang has bootleg elixir still inside the old Donwall whiskey distillery. They're creating their own version of Sokolov's health elixir and stealing it.
But they're
New
shy.
room added. How many do I got now? Alright, nothing here I can really get yet. I want to work on possession. That's the next one I want. Alright.
You'll have to go, or they won't come.
Let's see, there's the doctor office way over there. Okay. Up here. It's on the other side of the wall, though. Doctor office is here. Nope. Have at it. Yeah, let's go to the doctor's offices. Okay, so at least two in here. Anything in here? Nope. He's going up. Whoop.
Something weird going on. Maybe wind or something. Seen any more big rat swarms? Please, not now.
Headed right this way.
It's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap. Stupid goddamn.
Can't see me through the glass. Got the keys, money. Get these out of the way, just in case. Anything else in here? Not seeing anything.
I'll find you. Murder! I know you're somewhere around here. Oh.
Oh, there's another book. Customs of food, let's see. Born and raised in Crystal, I spent my formative years in the smaller cities before settling in magnificent Dunwall. There, in the capital city, I learned to appreciate the finer things. When the opportunity arose to document my travels to Serkonos, Tivia, and finally Morley, I left my position as a clerk for the late Lord Estermont. Perhaps I, like so many in Dunwall, I suffer from being excessively cultured, but I found Morley disappointing. Over the course of this journal, I will explain why I found the festivals of Churners to be tiresome, despite the high banners, bare feet, and red robes, and why the renowned jellied ox tongue is something I will be struggling to forget for many years to come. More health potions, but I don't need those. Something flashing over there. Third structure. Restrict the restless hands, but when quickly becoming the workmates of an outsider, unfettered by honest labor, they rushed to sordid gain, vain pursuits, and deeds of violence. Of what value are the hands that steal and kill and destroy? Instead, put your hands to the plow, the fork, and the spade, for even the lowliest labor that is rigorous squeezes the muscles as a sponge, rinsing impurities from the mind and body. Avoiding the rat plague. Much of the public still harbors false beliefs related to the plague. It is not true that the bile from river crust will protect against the contraction of the disease, nor is it true that crushed Morley orchids act as a remedy, though it is speculated that both of these ingredients are used in both Sokolov's elixirs and Piero's remedy. Consumption of these products before exposure to the plague constitutes the only known means of resistance. Further, the Abbey of the Everyman warns against superstitious practices. Not only is it ineffective to burn 2 hagfish and a cat together, inhaling the vapors while chanting the names of the plague dead, but it is also considered heresy by the overseers and will be met with the full measure of the Abbey's laws. Tell your neighbors and practice these things yourself. Avoid contact with the infected. Consume your ration of elixir daily, preferably in the morning, and report anyone suspected of carrying the plague. Everyone must work together to stop the spread of the dreaded contagion. And that's all I came in here for. Up there. Brings me back out there. Alright, I guess we're going up.
Wait, did you touch the door handle to Dr. Galvani's lab?
Yeah, I think so.
Then you have to scrub. The rats get their vital essences everywhere, the doctor said.
Vital essences? Does that mean guts?
I think so. So your hands need scrubbing. You're unclean.
Unclean? That's nonsense. Can't we just...
No, I told you. With rubbing alcohol or white vinegar.
All right, all right. What is he doing there all day? Ambrose says he breeds rats that carry the plague.
Your friends are ignorant. The doctor is a brilliant man. If anyone can save this city, it's him.
The royal physician is going to save us. I hear his new elixir is twice as good against the plague.
I don't understand how Galvani can admire Sokolov. Royal physician or not, I hear tell he's a beast. A superstitious philanderer who spends more time with prostitutes than he does in the laboratory.
Is this what it's going to be like when we're married? It is, isn't it?
I hope not. I'm telling you now, I don't have the endurance for it.
You're going up.
I told her to keep the children inside. I told her.
No, stupid cat. Stubborn son of. Oh, God.
Push him over there.
What?
Is she following me? Nope. Maybe.
I guess it's all right now.
I go back outside. Good map.
I have to keep this position. He says to bring a bottle, I bring a bottle. He says to bring food, I bring food. He says to undress, I undress.
Don't see a thing.
What will I do now?
I'm gonna have to take you out if you don't get out of here. Move any day now.
No! I guess everything's all right now. I know you're some. Ah! Please help me!
Alright, sit.
Help!
I'll just knock you out. You can stay there. No. Throw you in the corner. Over there. Combination required. No. Find a combination somewhere. Let's be upstairs. Oh, the Panacea. The men I set out with are good sailors. No doubt half of them have cut their teeth on the rascally pirate ships spawned in the Circonan archipelago. Or they were, I should say. Half of them died before we sighted the broken red cliffs welcoming those who would visit the far continent, as it is called. Sickness and fighting and poisoning by a school, or one would say a flock of small fish that fly over the waves like birds, landing in hundreds across the deck. Pricking and they touched with toxic quills. Two thrown overboard by gusting demon winds, the quiet Tivian navigator simply dead in his bunk, wrapped in white furs, eyes wide with terror. Few have crossed the ocean, and the distance at Panacea is greater than most would imagine. More dead climbing the cliffs, and now, with but a handful, I stand looking across the greatest expanse of land that exists. My allies are frightened, for this is beyond them, and now their captain is dead too, stung by something that resembles a prairie mole, but reacted with great apoplectic outrage when handled. His fall, so it falls to me to lead them. My reading's horrible today. No, it's over here. Oh, somebody's in here. it's just her waking up over there. Huh? Dr. Galvani's journal. I've been invited to a soiree at the Boyle estate. Of course, I won't attend. The 28th day of the 7th month, the month of high cold, is the day I met Anton Sokolov at the academy. Why would I tarnish the anniversary of the most important day of my life by licking aristocratic boots? I have no time for fools. I will be solving the riddle of this plague. Perhaps I'll raise a cup of Tivian red. New mission clues. The most important day, the 28th day of the 7th month. That's a clue. Alright. Anything else? Sleep darts. But that's all that's in here. So we're going upstairs now. That one guy's still up here somewhere. There he is. Are you by yourself?
Nasty furry filth.
Huh?
Item I need right there. Rat fetus, huh? Academy notice. The latest case would arrive within the week, containing all the components you need. Be careful with the white phosphorus. Can't have you getting Fossy jaw like the tanners at the edge of the city, poor bastards. Sorry you have to practice in secret. The vivisectionist should be celebrated. Revered even. Cutting up rats should be done in the town square with a crowd of eager students taking notes, not in some dirty little secret room hidden behind the walls of books. Anyway, lucky for you to have an old friend who never left the academy. Let me know what else you need, but remember it might be a month before I can put together another shipment. Yours in knowledge, Artemis Moore, procurement clerk and provisioner, Academy of Natural Philosophy, South Wing. P.S. Next time you're nearby, come in for an afternoon. We've stayed fairly isolated from the plagues, since so few come and go here, and we've got quite the stock of Tivian brandy. More clues. Has a secret room hidden behind a wall of books. Gotta keep an eye on that. Rat plague. For over a year I've studied this cursed plague, collecting and dissecting rats by thousands. Given the rapid gestation and maturation cycle, it's been possible to breed them for numerous generations. The rodents themselves seem immune to the plague, but they pass it readily between members of their own species, perhaps through mites. The blood of the rats tells its own story, allowing me to gauge the number of generations that a given group of rats have lived with the plague. As such, a nagging question remains. The rats collected in the poorest parts of town and the slums exhibit the oldest strains of the plague, while those found near the docks, where the foreign plague-bearing rats would presumably have entered our city, exhibit a younger strain of the plague. Could this mean that the rats were transported to the slums in some way that is not obvious? I will continue my research. If nothing else, I have living proof that Sokolov Elixir and Piero's Remedy are very effective at protecting against the plague if one consumes enough of the stuff. Did you take the key, though?
Obviously, the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect?
its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander's zoological survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. They have been introduced on purpose, perhaps by a foreign power.
Treasure item needed. Already got that. Continuing the battle streak. Yeah, that's that again. I just gotta get over there. Money. Server capacity in the monthly nets. I've been asked to tell the problem, so here it is. It's been every year that we work like men gone mad during the month of nets. I don't hardly see my family. Is bad enough that the works is clogged with trash from the catch pieces of crates and nets, but the water smells of the hackfish guts too. We gotta get it done before the month of rain, or you know what. And it ain't like we get help from those pricks in civil engineering either. Been at this job for nigh on 28 years and never seen one of them come below, except to measure will it hold when they go putting up one of their fancy new bridges. So these last 3 years been the worst, and here's why. It's the river crusks working into the works. We hear a man ahead yell and scream like he's burning up, and we all climb up fast. No other choice. Read this last book here. Used to be you go out with a bag, a stick with a nail in the end, and catch as many rats as you could in a night. The city watch paid by weight. My husband Benjamin and I mostly worked alone, and we got by. If we found a place where the rats were real bad, sometimes we'd hire a crew of street brats to work with us, the younger ones who didn't make trouble. We'd pay them with bread and apple cider. Once the plague came, the rats were different. Meaner, bigger, and a little quicker. You had to watch yourself. If you got cornered, they'd turn, and the swarm would come back at you. I barely got away with my skin a few times, down in the sewers. Bites hurt afterwards, but it was the sounds they made that stayed in the dreams at night. It got more dangerous and the city watch started paying better, but that didn't last long. Because after a while, too many people who had been stripped clean tried to fill up a bag. One slip and they'd be all over you, gnawing and trying to chew down to the bone. That's how I lost my poor Benji.